Hello guys, welcome to another Napoleon Total War multiplayer battles. I'm here on Homestead. This is 1v1 against me and Leduc once again. Let's go over my army real quick, as I have 3 Cuirassiers, 1 Lancer, 4 Volts, and the rest all being Fusiliers besides my general staff. Fast forward through the deployment phase. We'll say development. No, we're not developing an army. We already have one. Fusiliers. Hello, gentlemen. We are here to fight the enemy today. Now, do not die on my watch, which I know some of you will definitely die. Either way. Here are the Lancers. As I send them around the flank to prepare for a side charge. So we'll go over Leduc's army while it's still fast forwarding. As he has looks to me like a Chasseur and a Voltigeur, but I think a couple more might pop up. Fusilier, Swiss Foot, Polish Legion, Fusilier. There's another Voltigeur, like I was just saying. Someone pop up. Old Guard, Fusilier, some 2 Lancer units, and then another Polish Legion, Fusilier, and Fusilier. So he has a lot of Fusiliers, developed with a couple of Polish Legion, and just 3 light units. Or 2. No, 3. Haha. You see, I'm moving my army up. At this point, walking him, which I shouldn't have been doing, because he's going to get somewhat of a better position on me. But not for long. As you can see, I'm sending some Cuirassiers around the flank. So once he gets up this hill, I just charge him right in the back. See, I'm just trying to get this little force here in the town. So I do have a reserve unit back here. That's the only one, but it will come in use later in the battle. See, I'm still moving my army up here, or my units. As you see, I only have 1 Fusilier of line here. I end up moving 1 across to here, but I'm another micromanaging error. His combat has started here in the center, so I'm just shredding his Voltigeurs really quickly before the first volley's barely even over. He's just already down to half strength and is going to rout in a second. Or as soon as you know, it just drops a few more. See, I'm already trying to get a flank on him. Not too hard, not too hard. So what I see now is that he has 3 Volts and a Chasseur. So yeah, see that one, this Fusilier is struggling a little bit. See, I already have a good flank on him, so that unit of Voltigeurs routes, and the combat over here has started. I'm going to get some friendly fire on my Volts, unfortunately. You see, he put stakes up here, not knowing that I was going to charge him right in the back with those Cuirassiers that are still back there. I should have moved this unit across faster to continue the flank, but I kept them to fire on the side here, but they weren't even in range, so that unit's just going to sit there looking pretty for a little while. See another Voltigeur unit here on the hill trying to hold. I'm already about to lose the center. As you can see, this Voltigeur, oh god dang it, this Fusilier of line is struggling a little bit here. Commentary is not so good today, but either way, I'm going to go with it. This Voltigeur unit quickly routing is my Cuirassiers, getting to the backs of this Polish Legion, absolutely fleeing its men across this little area here. So we're gonna quickly route that Polish Legion. There goes one of my center units, as I was talking about. For some reason the morale just was not good in this battle. I don't know completely why. It might have been because the old guard was in the area, which I'm actually noticing that, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's probably why. See that Fusilier routed. You can see I have this good flank position over here as this combat has started. Getting to some small fire on the flank, but he's gonna move that unit back around and try to fire at me. But so far the center doesn't look like it's going too hot. But I've routed pretty much this whole entire area at this point. 2 of his units are already gone as I'm wrapping up whatever remains of that Fusilier. And that Polish Legion is just... here it is. Either way. Quickly move up these volts to finish off that Fusilier of the line, which is still almost full strength. As you see, I'm still trying to combat whatever remains here. So I'm trying to quickly move this Fusilier of line back into position. So I'm having to move those guys back. But yeah, the middle isn't looking like the prettiest area at this point. There was a cav charge over here, as I see on the maps. I believe I already routed one of his Lancer units.
Men are running, sir.
So there goes the second. Drop my Lancers down a little bit. My Cuirassiers did some damage too, but they're both pretty depleted at this point. As I move up on this area, now this combat has started over here. For the most part, he's already losing this flank over here. And I just keep on losing my unit just to bad morale from the old guard at this point. Still trying to mop up whatever remains of this unit. Cuirassier is just sitting there looking pretty at this point, hoping that they... I think I remember that I do eventually charge them in, but it's not going to be for a little while. This old guard's just going to quickly shred this Fusilier of the line, as I just lost a Voltigeur unit over here. This Fusilier of the line still going up against this Fusilier of the line, but it's quickly dwindling, and so is this one. But either way, it's my cav over here is also just sitting there looking pretty. As I make a final cav charge up here, which I was pretty sure I was going to end up doing, into this Fusilier of line, which he wasn't completely paying attention about. He was more focused on the middle and that other flank. But he's going to actually get them into a square, it looks like. Yeah, it's in the square. But I'm just going to still keep the charge on. I'm going to end up moving my men out of the way in a minute, I think. As you can see, the middle just is not pretty at this point. I've already lost it very bad way, as I did charge my Lancers and my other Cuirassier unit over here in, try to take out his general. Not work completely, as I lost my remaining cav units on this flank. But I did take his flank, this Fusilier of line, as I'm coming around the flank, but the old guard's coming in behind me. That Voltigeur unit came back, as I do end up actually getting his general, I think due to just either friendly fire or something, but yeah, I just lost his general. Because now I've still haven't taken this flank somehow. Still fighting over here with my remaining Cuirassiers. So now I'm finally starting to take the middle back at this point. All that remains in the middle now is this Fusilier of the line. See, all of his men have just dwindled down. See, I'm getting this nice little flank here on this old guard, which I wasn't completely paying attention to with that Fusilier of the line. So it's going to end up routing this Fusilier. I'm still getting a nice little flanking fire. Finally routed this final unit over here. So now this flank has been taken. See the combat.
Our men are running, sir.
Not too brutal. Still brutal enough. Is this unit routed like I'm pretty sure it was going to do. And this Fusilier of line not looking too good. So we get a nice volley to the Swiss foot. Nice couple of shots coming in. That unit's still going. That Polish Legion came back and just routed. See, the morale was poor. Now all that remains is another Fusilier, this remaining amount of Swiss foot, which is gonna, you see, was routing. It'll come back though, unless I can do that much more damage to it. Yeah, this Fusilier isn't doing too good against the old guard. Never ever will. I'm quickly moving whatever came back on my force from the middle to take out whatever returning force there is. This Fusilier of line routed. Is that Swiss foot also is just gone now? It's 91 men left, and it's gone. Either way, all that remains is his old guard and just 2 units that came back from routing. He's just gonna charge up this hill. And you see my 2 cuirassiers moving across the flank. At this point I just have so much force left that just anything that comes back is just gonna get slaughtered really quick. And it does seem like that anything that comes back just routs instantly. So I'm trying to keep this old guard from getting into a position where they're gonna get bottlenecked here with my units. So that Voltigeur unit routed just due to the old guard. It's this Fusilier of the line just everything's struggling with morale. See, I'm charging my cav into this Fusilier of the line, just trying to get rid of him so I can try to focus up more on the old guard. So my units just aren't holding their own too much, but that was a really good volley for both my Voltigeurs and my Fusiliers. The old guard just dropped like nothing. It has melted like butter. It's a final charge. We got him into a square, but get my cav out of the way and charge into this other unit of Fusiliers, which he's not going to get into a square, and they rout. A few friendly fire losses. Is the old guard still standing? Not much left though. He's kind of just doing some weird re-movement. They're still existing. This Fusilier is what kept the battle going in the Voltigeurs, and that was the end of the old guard and whatever remained of his force. So that is the end of this multiplayer battle, you guys. You can see the statistics. Did deploy a little bit more than he did, but he just got overall killed up by me. Now look here. You can see a lot of kills. Let's see what unit. This Fusilier, which still survived the battle. But thank you guys for watching. There will be more to come. Long battles soon enough. Many more things to come. Goodbye.